All right. So hello, brunchers. My name is what's my name? Ondi Imbo, and I'm one of the co-hosts of Group Chat Over Brunch. And so for this season, we're trying something new where, we have a lot of great topics that we cover, and we're not always able to either identify guests before we record or we'll have ideas as we're breaking down the show. And so we do something called leftovers, where we take about 5 to 10 minutes to talk about to talk to someone that is highly relevant to the topic of our particular podcast. And so the first episode of the new season is all about music, and particularly what Black music means what music means to Black women. And I remember when we were planning, I thought, man, there's a sister I know, her name is Erica. She does this monthly session, host a music session called Soundsuite, and I thought I'm going to interview her. So we are here with Erica Nicole. I will let her talk all about Soundsuite. If you could please just briefly introduce yourself to us, tell us what Soundsuite is, and we'll get into some more questions.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you. My name is Erica Nicole, the creator and host of Soundsuite Cleveland. We're essentially like a book club, but music. So instead of discussing books, we discuss albums. So we're preserving culture, music, connection, conversation, the whole bit.
Yes, and I said this before, and we've had a couple technical issues, but in the first interview I did with Erica, I hadn't attended a Soundsuite. I had tried to go. As a matter of fact, I had bought a ticket to one and was sitting here crocheting, whatever, and just missed it. It was up the street at the B-side. It was actually your 1 year anniversary party, which made me even madder, but that's okay because I made it out to the latest one. I got my shirt.
Hey.
I'm officially a part of the music librarians or whatever you want to call us. But I finally had a chance to go to one, and where are my notes at? I wrote down a sense of community. It was a sense of sisterhood. It was a warm and friendly crowd. It was music aficionados and even novices. And I know that you feature a different album per each of your sessions that you do, right? Yeah. And so what inspired this? Like, how did this even come up for you?
Oh man, so I saw a listening party years ago. Me and a great friend saw a listening party, and I'm like, this is cool, this is fun, but I want to dive deeper. I want to have conversations. I want to nerd out over music with friends,
Yes.
And it's so fun when you're like sharing music with friends, like check out this album, check out this artist. And I'm like, I want to do this, but on a bigger scale. The club is cool, the bars are cool, but I'm like, I want to do something like still musically inclined. Great conversation, still have your little drink, your little wine, a little vibey.
Yes.
It's like, let's do like a book club, but music. I've been to a couple of book clubs. I love community book clubs, but I really love music. So I was like, let's flip the book club, do albums.
That's right. And, we'll probably be talking about this throughout our season. There was a study that was done by Bloomberg in 2020, and then there was a couple of women who followed up and did a follow-up study kind of looking at the efficacies that they quoted. So if you don't know about this report, you'll hear us talk about it. But it was the report essentially said between all of the United States, which ones were like the worst places for Black women to live, and Cleveland showed up as the worst place for a lot of these efficacies. And that they looked at they looked at statistics for health, for career, and education, and Cleveland was battling neck and neck with Pittsburgh. And I remember at the time when I read the study, I went, yeah, I had returned from living abroad living in Houston for a long time. And I remember thinking, like, I just hate it here. It's just whack. I don't have a community. I don't have friends. Where are my like-minded intellectual sisters? Yes. And it's that study came out. I've since made friends. Hence, we talk about this, but sitting in that space with your group, right? With my group, my new group. Yes. I remember I thought this is they're not talking to people who have attended these. There's clearly we need to come back or continue building more spaces like this. So, and you're a native Clevelander, right? You've been here your whole life?
My whole life, yep.
Did you grow up with a musical household? Were your parents like into what was that first album? Do you remember the first album? What was the first one you visually remember in your mind?
The first one that comes to mind is New Edition's Christmas album. The first Christmas album, because it was on vinyl, and I'm collecting vinyl now since I started Soundsuite. Every album is that we feature, to also feature the art of the album too.
Yes,
but the first one that comes to mind is New Edition. They're like inside of this ornament. It's called "It's Christmas All Over the World." And to this day, I still play it. Like, it has such a special place in my heart. I love that album.
Now, is that the first album you bought, or is that someone gave it to you?
No, that was my mom's.
Oh wow!
Yep. So I remember that
I'm
being
your
a
age.
kid.
I'm older than I think I'm the oldest. My first album that I remember visually, or vividly in my brain, as a matter of fact, and it was when I lived here. We're off Equalize Boulevard. Is this May's album where there's the hand, and I think I
Yep.
remember it had like 6 fingers,
Yep.
and it was a maze. And my mother loved Frankie Beverly and the Maze. And then my first album that I remember purchasing was Salt with the Deli Pepper.
Ah, nice.
I know that album got lost in the sauce all the 1,000 times I've moved, but my mother bought that for me, and I was obsessed. She turned me into a B girl immediately.
I love it.
Immediately was into hip hop after that. But
Yes.
are there any other environments where you go to find community around music? I know you're creating your own, but do you have any other clubs or any other, activities? I know you're hosting the Tracy Jazz Fest this year.
Yes,
So that's a big one, right? Are you excited about that? You gotta feel great.
So excited. I did my first one last night with Dre Walton, so that was awesome.
Nice.
And today with Mono Neon, so I'm so excited.
Oh, he's so random. I saw him when I was walking in yesterday, and I went,
Yep.
Don't fangirl out, because he has the guitar where he
Yes.
the TikTok. If you haven't seen Mono Neon, it's hilarious.
Oh man.
I got hip to him. I think he was working with Pete Rock back in the day or something he posted. What was I gonna say? So because we had the little accident with the first recording, I can finally talk more in real time, because we will be airing this episode, I think, within the next week or two.
Okay.
So I had a chance to come to the Duran Bernard.
Yes.
I learned it's not Bernard Duran, it's Duran Bernard Jr. And I saw him perform last night, right? So that was the session that I went to, where you talked about his album. And have you met him personally yet?
Yeah. I knew him a long time ago when we used to do open mic poetry back in the day, Kamikaze B-side. So
Wow.
Almost 20 years, about 17 years.
Oh, we were hoping he was gonna show up, right? Yeah. But did you have a chance to see him perform yesterday at all? Okay, I had, my first time seeing him perform was with Erica Badu, and it was, in my mind, I thought he was the opening act, but he was actually, interwoven as a part of one of her singers, and so his personality was there. But last night, I understand now why they call him the mayor of Threads.
Right, I said we got the mayor and the mayor last night.
All right, and honestly, I swear to God, my brain, because I was so locked in, I thought actually Bernard was gonna come out, and it was the real mayor. They named it Duran Bernard Day, right? Yesterday.
Yes.
Cleveland is hilarious. I guess MJK got a day. He gets a day too. Okay.
Exactly. Why not?
Why not? Well, Erica, these are not very long conversations, because I know I can sit here and talk to you for another 20, 35, 30, 50 minutes, but I will be there. I cannot wait to attend another Soundsuite. I really had a great time. And, it's just, again, living in a city where sometimes, especially if you're new, it might feel a little foreign, might feel like there's cliques here. Right. There might be cliques, but the ones I've been a part of are real easy to get into, as long as you keep your head on right. Well, is there any advice or parting wisdom you want to give some of our listeners who are just now starting to get into music, particularly maybe even collecting vinyl?
Yeah, support your local record stores.
Yes.
That's always going to be the best place to go. I've hosted Soundsuite at a local record store. Shout out to the Vinyl Groove Records.
Yes.
I'm actually meeting there again next month. So please support your local record store. It's always a good time in a record store. You're going to meet a friend. You're going to talk to the owners. Like, that's really a great place to start.
That's a great idea, and I'm looking forward to it. Now I'm officially locked in. Okay, I'm not going to miss. And I like that they're not late at night, by the way. That's good auntie time.
Hello.
6 to 8:30, get on in there, get a couple sip, get a little bite.
There you go. You get there. You still
go home, let the dog out, whatever you got to do, and you still got time to relax. So, Erica, thank you so much for holding space and for holding community, making community. I won't say out of nothing, because we have a lot of gold in the city, but I hope you keep doing this for years to come, and I'm gonna be at the second anniversary on time next year.
I can't wait.
Year. Yeah. All right, my sister. You take it easy. I'm going to stop this recording, and I cannot wait to see this air. We'll make sure we share it with all of our viewers.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.